In 2019, AnnaRowan's name became a symbol of hope. The Boston-based psychotherapist, whose short videos on anxiety and depression garnered millions of views, seemed like someone who truly understood the pain of others. "You're not broken. You're just exhausted, and that's okay." Thousands of comments, thanks, likes. Anna became an online psychotherapy star. Dr. AnnaRowan, trauma specialist. But behind this voice of support stood a person who had no right to utter a single word about psychology. Anna started out as a nurse in a small clinic in Somerville. After leaving the profession due to burnout, she became fascinated with psychotherapy, courses, books, and trainings. 6 months later, she launched the podcast MindSafe, where she shared clients' stories, always with the phrase, "I protect their anonymity, but the truth is the best way to heal." In every episode, she sounded professional. The videos featured diplomas from Harvard Medical School and the American Psychological Association. The public believed her. A year later, Anna had over 1.8 million subscribers and contracts for corporate speaking engagements. She was called the most human therapist on the internet. But one day, everything changed because of one comment. November 2020. A short comment appeared under one of her videos. "I work at Harvard Med. We don't have an alumna named AnnaRowan." The comment was quickly deleted, but screenshots of it had already spread across Twitter and Reddit. A day later, Anna's name appeared on the r/Therapists Unmasked subreddit. Users began searching for her license in government registries. The result was staggering. No AnnaRowan had ever been licensed to practice medicine in the United States. That evening, Anna sits in the dark. Messages flash on the screen. "You're lying to people. You're playing with your patients' lives." She records a video in response, quietly saying, "Yes, I'm not a therapist, but I just wanted to help. Is that a crime?" But this doesn't calm anyone down. Beneath the video are thousands of angry comments, revealing videos, podcasts, and interviews with her former clients. That evening, Anna sits in the dark. Messages flash on the screen. It all started with a single line of text, and it will end with the destruction of an entire world. While Anna was trying to erase her traces, a full-blown investigation began online. Users on Reddit, TikTok, and Twitter began to unite. They compared the backgrounds of her videos, cross-checked her diplomas, and noticed that the Harvard certificate had a date: 3 years before her graduation. One user created a Google Doc called the Rowan Files. They added screenshots, publication dates, and the names of clients who appeared in her stories. It turned out that some of these people were real, and one of them, Sarah Miller, wrote an open letter. "I recognized myself in your podcast. You promised confidentiality, and now millions know my story." Anna remained silent for 3 days. Then she disappeared from all social media. Anna's disappearance was the beginning of a manhunt. Reporters from the Boston Globe decided to find out who she really was. Editor Matt Harper recalls, "When we started checking her background, nothing matched. No college, no job, no address." A couple of weeks later, they found a clue, an old entry in a medical registry. AnnaRowan, real name Anna Rowinski, a nurse whose license was revoked in 2017 for making false medical records. Now everything was clear. She had used a new name, changed her signature, the background of her diplomas, and started a new life as Dr. AnnaRowan. January 2021. Every news channel is talking about her. CNN, NBC, and Vice are releasing stories with headlines like "Fake Therapist Fooled Millions" and "The Woman Behind the Lie." Anna becomes a viral antagonist. People are making parodies, bloggers are posting reactions, and former subscribers are creating entire videos about the betrayal. In one interview, a former patient says, "She told me I was strong, that I could handle it. And then I found out she had no right to listen to me at all." Thousands of people felt deceived. But for Anna, this wasn't just the collapse of her reputation. It was the end of the reality she believed in. February 2021. Anna lives alone in a small house on the outskirts of Maine. No videos, no interviews. On the wall are old printouts of comments, letters from subscribers, thank you cards. She writes in her diary, "I wanted to help, but I couldn't stop. Every like was like medicine. I just wanted to be listened to." That night, neighbors heard her scream, "I wasn't lying. I was just healing in my own way." The next day, Anna voluntarily checks herself into a psychiatric hospital. Her official statement is quiet. "I take responsibility for the deception. But I hope people will forgive someone who just wanted to be helpful." It's been exactly 1 year since AnnaRowan's name disappeared from the headlines. But silence doesn't always mean peace. Footage, morning, fog, the Maine coast. Anna emerges from the door of a small clinic, holding a plastic bag of medications. She looks tired but calm. Her hair is cut short, her gaze distant. In a documentary interview, the psychiatrist says, "She's not a psychopath or a fraud, pure and simple. It's an addiction, not to money but to recognition. A virtual addiction to approval." Anna now lives in a nursing home, helping patients with self-care, listening to their stories. But even here, in the countryside, someone recognizes her. "You're that Dr. Rowan, right?" She just smiles silently. At that time, a young documentary filmmaker, Ethan Cross, was preparing a film about the phenomenon of pseudo-psychologists. Ethan finds Anna. He writes her a letter. "I want to show not a monster, but a human being. Your side of the story." A month later, she agrees. The first interview takes place in the old house where Anna filmed her videos. She sits against the backdrop of the same bookshelves, now covered in dust. Anna speaks quietly. "I knew everything would fall apart, but the more people listened, the harder it was to stop. I felt like if I stopped talking, I'd be gone again." Ethan turns off the camera but leaves the recorder running. She continues, "When I talked to people, I felt real. Not fake, just alive." This phrase will become the central quote of the film The Therapist Who Lied. Anna didn't show up. The film went viral, but not in the way we expected. It wasn't an expose, it was a confession. People in the comments wrote, "I hated her, but now I feel sorry for her. She's a criminal, but also a victim." Critics called the documentary a moral labyrinth. One reviewer said, "It's a mirror of an era where lies are more important than facts if they bring comfort." A few months later, Ethan visits Anna again. He wants to film an epilogue, a short fragment of her life now. In the video, Anna sits by the window and says, "I'm not sure I deserve a second chance. But I'm not hiding anymore. If anyone hears me, just don't repeat my mistakes." Pause. She looks directly into the camera. Sometimes the truth can be a drug, too. That was the last interview Anna gave. December 2022. Ethan receives a letter with no return address. Inside is a flash drive. It contains a short video. Anna walking along the beach. Wind, the sound of waves. She says, "Thank you for listening to me." Nothing else matters. The file ends. A week later, she is found at sea. The final shots. Ethan's quiet voice. "I made a film about lies. But I realized that lies are just a cry for help when no one listens." AnnaRowan didn't die a liar. She died a person who wanted to be listened to.